It's shot time.
Welcome to the Tipsy 2.
Oh, we are on. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tipsy 2.
Hello.
Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
Good. I love a good Wig Wednesday.
It is Wig Wednesday,
I know,
right?
look. I feel very like Ariel under the sea.
Under the sea. Look, under the sea.
We made these wonderful drinks in honor of Under the Sea. Look at them. Are you
How cute. Wait, our fish are dead.
They're dead. We do have
There's
fish in here,
fish.
but they're not healthy.
Can you guys see the fish?
We have dead beta.
Dead beta in there. But they're so good.
It's called Mermaid Water, which I'm super excited about. It's delicious. It's a little strong. I kind of like up the ante on the ingredients because I thought they're in this big fish bowl. I don't want it to be too weak, so now I feel like it's too strong. But it's got white rum in it, Malibu, some blue carousel or Caraca, wherever you're from, pineapple juice, and I actually put a little splash of sour mix in it just for me. But
these are really good. And how cute are those? Like for the end of summer?
I know, a little fishbowl action.
Fishbowl with some
Cute.
Swedish fish or Swedish.
Tipsy.
God, these are strong. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly just started drinking this.
I know, me too. We are the Tipsy 2, but for once we want to be normal.
So, yeah, these are super good. These are really good. Good job on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Employee of the Month.
Oh, there's only 2 of us. So, anyway, we were talking about tipping. So, why? Did something happen? Or do you have, like, is there a reason you brought up the tipping situation?
Well, I was just curious, like, with COVID, I feel like tipping has changed a little bit, or with everybody, going curbside pickup and people delivering. I was just curious about how you tip, because we had terrible service that night. The food wasn't even fantastic.
Are you talking about when we were up at the lake?
Yeah, when we did Mermaid Water. I was just thinking, like, I really didn't enjoy it. I hate when a waiter or waitress feels so bothered by even having, and then I feel obligated to, like, wildly tip good, and I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Yet I'm like you, because I used to be a server. Like, I know how hard it is to do.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I feel like...
Do you do 20%? Do you do over?
At least 10%. Okay, so America has something up right now. It says at least... I always do 20%. Unless it is a horrible, horrible service. And it takes a lot for me to be like, you're not getting 20% for me. But I always tip 20%. But here's the thing. Here's what gets me. And I'm that person. If I bartend on Tuesday nights. So I have people that come in, and this makes me crazy. And I'm sorry if you guys do this. I apologize, but it makes me crazy. I serve them all night, and it's 4 hours later. I've put up with their bullshit, and they're wanting to order 50 shots for everybody in the bar, and then their Budweisers and all of this bullshit. And then I give them the bill, and they take out their phone, and they're like, and they put the tip
in a tip calculator.
In a tip calculator to decide how much tip that they're going to give me. I'm sorry. It makes me crazy because I base mine off of somebody's service. I would never, I wouldn't, do, I just wouldn't do that.
I do. I do have.
You do?
I have it on my phone.
Describing her.
Yeah. No, that's not true. But I do have it on my phone. And what I found out when I put it on my phone is that don't click your fingers. Don't.
I'm surprised you didn't say something right away.
Well, because I wanted to hear what her point was. But I hear what she's saying, and I never did that either. I always just based it off of whatever. And what I found out when I started, first of all, I like to round it to the nearest whatever. I don't math or spell. I don't have to. I'm pretty. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Oh
no,
my
but
God,
I was
attack
like,
her.
I don't come at me with our 19 followers. Give me the hate. No. I was just saying that, I was I just always want to round it up or down, whatever. And the tip calculator I have, I just push in the amount, and then I can hit up, which brings it up to the next dollar, or down, or you can customize it, whatever. But anyways, I only put it on my phone because of that, and I was also sort of interested to see what kind of a tipper I was in general prior to that. And I wildly over tipped.
Really?
Oh yeah. I had no idea. I was stupidly over tipping to the point where it was just obnoxious. I had no idea. So now it's like, even for me, bad service, not great food, bad service, bring it to my car, bring it to my house, you're getting the minimum 20%.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that happens regardless. You're getting 20%, whatever that looks like. But if you give me great service or a fun, great experience, then I don't...
No, I get that.
I'll tip calculator it maybe, but I wildly take it up to 25, 30%.
I guess I'm just really, like, nonchalant about it. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the way that I've always been. Like, if there's a waitress and she's waiting on us and she kind of gives us mediocre and her bill's $30, you know, I'll tip her, you know, 20% of that, $6. You know, but if she comes and she's like filling our drinks and she's fun, like I'm a fun server, I'm a fun bartender. I'm like, hey guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I try to give them experience, and I know not everybody can do that or whatever. But my question is like, do you tip? Okay, so obviously bartenders and servers and stuff like that. But do you tip? Like, okay, a couple weeks ago I was going through the car wash. And I got like the full thing. And then guys came out and they were like drying the car off.
Yeah.
And I was like,
digging for change.
do I tip them? Do I not tip them? Or the people carrying out my groceries?
I don't have people that carry out my groceries.
So where my dad lives, I go to that grocery store over there, like sometimes when I'm in town visiting him, and there's a grocery store there that still has people that politely take your groceries out for you in a cart.
That's very sweet.
And I'm always like, no, I got it, because it's just it's like an awkward walk. Like you're walking and you're like, so how was your day? It was great, good.
They're trying to earn their tip.
You know,
do they accept tips? I mean, is there a policy?
But I never have cash on me. I'm always like,
that's the problem.
Okay, grocery man, you got Venmo? Like.
Right, exactly.
Can I cash out you a $2 tip? Like, I don't know.
I don't either. So I can't.
What the protocol is.
If we go through a car wash where they do the hand drying and they do all the little tiny detail work after the pack, I'm always telling my husband, I'm like, do you have money? Do you have money? And I'll start scrambling looking for a couple of bucks because I guess, we do that.
Yeah.
I've never ran into the grocery store situation, so I can't speak on that. I'm sure I would feel like I should.
Obligated. I don't know that I feel, we were in Nashville, like, last year, and we stayed in a hotel that had when you and I were in Columbus, remember?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like,
even then,
we were together in Nashville, too.
And she was so trash. But we did valet. I always want to do valet, not because I just always want to get there and be done. I don't want to have to worry about parking the car. I don't want to have to worry about any of that. So, like, did we tip the valet that day?
I mean, we were always tipping.
We were crying in the car because we were
crying. But we're not being kicked out of Ubers. We do tip.
We did tip the valet that day?
Yeah.
So, when I was in Nashville, I was with my friend, and the concierge came out, parked our car, got all of our luggage out, and I was like, oh, thank you. And I got up to the room, and I'm like, shit, I don't have any cash on me. And he's like, well, I don't either. Or all I have is a 20. I'm like, give me the 20. He's like, for what? I'm like, they parked the car, they brought our luggage up, they're standing here staring at us, just give me the 20. Like, give me a 20. He's like, ugh. So I don't know,
Yeah, I know. I think really why I put the app on my phone too is because when we would do family dinners that are big, where everybody's kind of like, me and my husband are fighting to get the bill, and it's like $300-$400, I'm like, I don't normally have those kind of big, like, expenditures at dinner.
No,
so
I
I'm
guess
like,
that makes sense.
How much do we really put? I don't even know how to do that math, So I installed it for that reason, because we would have these big family things where everybody's fighting for the bill, and I wanted to make sure that we gave enough. Yeah. So that's what started it. But then I started using it at other normal places, and I'm like, Jesus, I was wildly over tipping to the point where it was like
I do
obscene.
overtip because I know what it's like to be a bartender, and so do you. But and honestly, after a couple drinks, I'm like, if I'm at a bar or whatever, and my bill's like $15, I will literally be like, here's $8 or whatever. Or sometimes I will tip the bill. Just for fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's awesome. I've worked so many places and people have tipped the bill to me. Or last year I got, it was weird because in 2 weeks I got $200 tips, in cash.
That's fun.
And I was like, oh, was fun. So I was always like, and their bill was like $12 for their bill. So it's just, I think it's about the experience too.
And if you can like build up a customer base, because I remember
come back see me.
Right. When I used to bartend at this one place in town, like all of the little, dare I say, drug dealers. I don't know. All of the guys that thought they had swag and like would come in, they would always come in to see me and do shots and do stuff, and always making me try to do shots and stuff with them. Which my job was really kind of, my boss was super loose with that. He could care less. He's like, whatever gets you the most tips, you do you, girl. So I would flirt and talk shit and stuff, whatever. Way back when I was 20 and cute. But I always had this group of guys that were super competitive, and they would roll up 50s and 100s and try to like shoot them into my tip jar. Oh. And they got real competitive with each other, and they're like, anything that goes in or out, you get to keep. And they would just sit there all night and roll up 50s and 20s and 10s and 100s and just toss it constantly. And I know this one bar I used to work at, they did the same. The one that like, I had a lot of guys that would come in specifically just to see me, and they would like buy a beer and just leave a 20 and walk out. Like, I don't know, like for one beer, or they'd say, what's your electric bill this month, sweetheart?
I'm actually listening to you, but I'm looking at my phone for a certain reason. So go ahead and, because it has to do with this. So, sorry. No, like as far as like that tipping, but what I was going to say is like during COVID, my friend called me and she asked me if I wanted to do a cart girl, you know what I mean, for golfing. Like be a cart girl for golfing at the country club in my hometown.
Crazy story about that too.
And I was like, why not? I need something to do. But there's this girl that I follow. Hold on. Oh gosh, what is her name? Oh gosh, she's a cart girl on TikTok, and she is out in. I follow
a super cute blonde girl.
What is her name?
I don't know, but I know who you're speaking of, and she is a doll.
I want to say it's not Lex. Anyway, I'll come back to it. But I follow her, and I think she's in Palm Springs. Is she in Palm Springs or Arizona or somewhere?
Sense, yeah.
But she, Merrick. Yes, right there. The second one down, the second one in. Yep.
Yeah, she's so cute.
What is her name? She is so stinking cute.
Which is so crazy because she talks a little bit of shit. So it's like funny that.
But she's got a
following, yeah.
She has a following, but that's not what I was. She has a sarcastic attitude, but she covers it up very sweetly.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I love her. What is her name?
Well, I do have a whole thing that falls underneath this. So when I was working at that one bar, I forget. I'm not going to say the name of the bar. Yeah. But I was in my 20s. I was, young, and these car dealership guys would always come in, that own these car dealerships, and they just thought they were
Cassie Holland.
Yeah. She's adorable.
She's adorable. If you guys have not watched her on TikTok, go on and follow her and watch all of her TikToks because she is amazing. And she makes, back to the tip part, she makes she's grown her TikTok to 2.1 million followers, 63 million likes, and now I get a lot of offers to work with brands. But
as she should.
She is just so down to earth and so cute, and I freaking love her. She makes between $400 and $500 a day on top of her salary, being a cart girl.
Driving around.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What were you saying? Okay. So I was bartending at this place, and these guys that come in all the time that always like flash money, think they're like, cool, like these older gentlemen, approached me and the other bartender one night, and they were like, hey, we have this big golf thing at the country club. Like, are you interested in being our golf cart girl? And I was like, I don't know. It depends on what's involved. And he was like, all you have to do is just like drive us around, and if we need you to like go get, like basically kind of be a caddy, but not really. Yeah. But like just drive them around, make them laugh, be eye candy, whatever. My son's like, oh. He's like, okay, this didn't happen. He never believes anything. Anyway, and he was like, and then, maybe go run and get us drinks from the clubhouse, whatever, we'll pay you really well. And they like to like show off, and they think they're, somebody. Yeah. So me and my girlfriend were like, okay, sure, when? And they were like, can you do it tomorrow? Because it would have been Saturday. This was on a Friday night. And they were like, tomorrow, meet us at the country club in our town. and we'll meet you there. We'll buy your drinks all day. We'll buy your food. We'll give you money. It'll be well worth it. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So me and my girlfriend said, I was like, are you going to do it? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay. So we went out there. We walked right into the country club and we explained who we're there to see. And the lady was like, oh yeah, they're out back. They're just kind of starting to get their stuff together or whatever. They're getting clubs out and whatever. I'm okay. So we start to go outside. And all of a sudden, I see this guy beeline straight to me. He was like, and I was like, oh, so he comes walking up. It wasn't the guy that hired
you,
if you will. He comes running up and he was just like, oh, yeah. He whips out $300 bills, gives them $300 to me, gives $300 to her and says, our wives showed up unexpectedly.
Oh!
I was like, what? He was like, you got to go. Our wives showed up. I was like, okay. So I took the $300 and left. She took the $300 and left, and we went up to Put-in-Bay and drank all day. And
Hell yeah, absolutely.
I know. I have so many stories of wild tipping and weird things like that.
Oh my gosh, I know.
But I mean, that was when you're young.
It's
and you
hard.
Don't,
I mean, no,
you don't
seriously,
think.
like, yeah, you don't think, but like.
Now I'm like, how do I sell feet pic?
Oh, look.
I wasn't wearing this. If he shows you this, I wasn't wearing this.
This is in Vegas.
But once I got the opportunity, I had to give it a try. It's a huge music festival out in Las Vegas, so I'm going to be selling drinks to all the EDC goers. I can't wait to see what happens and how much money I accumulate. But first, of course, I have to...
She decorates her cart every time she goes out. It's super cute.
Is this our new business?
What?
I have blank CDs. I thought this would look really cool.
She has a, I think it's like
That does look cute.
She has a rose gold Mercedes sedan. I don't know what kind of car it is, but it's so super cute.
Yeah, she's adorable.
So she decks out her cart all the time with that. And she does like the glitter in her drinks and stuff too.
She's like, okay, to be honest, since I've watched her, she has kicked it up a whole notch.
Oh my gosh. Did you see that her boss, I think it's Palm Springs where she's at, bought her a whole new cart?
No,
It's
her own.
Her own cart, and it's so super cute.
Probably made by Tesla.
And she gets to like deck it out. It's
That's
so
cute.
I literally like wake up in the mornings and I watch like her because she's so sweet and so cute, and she makes. I mean, I think it's so funny because she has like inside jokes and she's kind of sarcastic but very sweet too at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl is so cute. But out in Arizona, I think like she said she got invited to do this like music festival and drive around and serve people drinks. I'm like, how fun would that be? Like
Maybe she
so
could be
cute.
Charlie Woods' little golf girl. Tiger's son.
Yeah.
Like he needs to come up.
Right. No, it's cute, and she makes going off the tip thing. She makes great tips. I don't try.
Well, I hope she invests
I do
well.
try different outfits to
'Cause I
see
did
what
that.
gets the most tips. Yeah,
Please
I would
invest.
too. I love it. But when I was doing Cart Girl for like, I only did it for like honestly like 2 months during COVID. It was fun. Like I was just kind of carting around and like doing my thing, and people, like. And I actually made really good tips doing
You
it.
have a good personality for that.
But I knew a lot of the guys, so I'd be like, "What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Shot time!"
Yeah.
So it was fun, but then I had to go do a real job. So
Well, we had to be scampered off like little town whores because their wives showed up. I was like, oh, wait, who's got a wife? Because you guys walk into the bar every night like you don't got no wife.
right, yeah.
Well, again, the good old
Anyway,
days.
so tipping, yeah, it just depends. It depends on.
I mean, I want to go back to people bowling up 50s and tossing them into my
right?
tip jar. I started making my tip jar
The good old
littler
days.
and littler. The mouth, it's like a pinhole. And they're like, damn it, I used to be able to get that.